The sun beats down on a modest ranch in Arizona Territory, 1887. Dust swirls across the yard. Jake Morrison, 32, a lean cowboy with weathered features and a permanent squint, works at the corral, mending fence posts. A horse approaches. Sarah Chen, 28, a Chinese-American woman of unusual height, nearly 6 feet, dismounts gracefully. She wears a practical riding dress and carries herself with quiet dignity. Jake, looking up, shading his eyes. Help you, ma'am? Sarah, I'm looking for work. I heard you might need hands for the cattle drive. Jake stands, dusting off his hands. He has to look up to meet her eyes. His expression shifts, uncomfortable. Jake, awkward. Well, that is... Look, ma'am, no offense, but you're... Sarah, coolly, woman? Chinese? Or are you going to say something else? Jake, blurting out, you're too tall for me. I mean, that ain't what I meant. This ain't work for a lady, is what I'm saying. Sarah's jaw tightens. She's heard this before. Sarah, I can ride better than most men. I can rope, brand, and I don't complain. My father ran a ranch in California before he died. This is all I know. Jake, shaking his head, sorry, ma'am. Just can't do it. Try the Anderson place, maybe. Sarah stares at him for a long moment, then mounts her horse without another word. She rides off toward the eastern hills. Jake watches her go, feeling a pang of guilt but pushing it away. He returns to his work. Sarah rides through a narrow canyon. Suddenly, 3 Apache warriors emerge from behind rocks, surrounding her. She raises her hand slowly. The eldest warrior, Nanton, 45, a man of imposing stature and bearing, studies her carefully. Nanton, in English, you ride Apache land. Sarah, calmly, I didn't know. I'm just passing through, looking for work. Nanton, you are not afraid. Sarah, being afraid won't help me. Respect might. Nanton smiles slightly, impressed. He notices how she sits her horse, how she carries herself. Nanton, you have the bearing of a warrior. Come, you will eat with us. Sarah sits by a fire with Nanton and other members of his band. Tall woman, 50s, a respected elder, serves food and studies Sarah with interest. Tall woman, in Apache, subtitled, she has the height of our people. Perhaps she has Apache blood. Sarah, surprising them by responding in halting Apache. My grandmother? Mescalero. My mother's mother. She married a Chinese railroad worker. This revelation changes everything. Nanton and tall woman exchange meaningful looks. Nanton, then you are not a stranger. You are family. Sarah, I never knew her. My mother died when I was young. My father raised me alone. Tall woman, your height is a gift from your grandmother's people. The white men do not understand. They fear what is different. Sarah, bitterly. Today a rancher turned me away. Said I was too tall for him. Like my height was an insult to his pride. Nanton, thoughtfully, Morrison's ranch? Sir, you know him? Nanton, he is new here. 2 years. He waters his cattle at our spring. We have let this pass, but our patience grows thin. The old agreement with the previous owner is not honored. Jake wakes to an eerie silence. He steps outside and freezes. Apache warriors, at least 50 strong, surround the ranch. They sit motionless on their horses, forming a complete circle. Nanton sits at the front, with Sarah beside him. Jake's hand instinctively moves toward his gun. Nanton loudly, I would not do that, Morrison. Jake's hand stops. He steps forward slowly, confused by Sarah's presence. Jake, what's going on here? Miss Chen, are you all right? Sarah coldly, I'm fine. Better than fine. I found my people. Nanton, you use our water, Morrison. The spring that feeds your creek belongs to us. The man before you understood this. He paid tribute, cattle, supplies. You have taken and given nothing. Jake, defensive, I bought this land fair and square. The deed says the water rights are mine. Tall woman, riding forward, paper means nothing. We were here first. We are here still. Jake, desperate, I don't have much. I'm barely making it as is. That spring is all that keeps my herd alive. Nanton, then we have a problem. Perhaps I should simply take what we need. Your cattle, your horses. That would be fair, would it not? Jake's face pales. He knows he can't fight them. He looks at Sarah, pleading. Jake, Miss Chun, please. You seem to have their ear. Help me here. Sarah sharply, why would I? You wouldn't even look at me yesterday. Said I was too tall, like my body was some kind of defect. Like I wasn't good enough. Jake, I didn't mean. Sarah, you meant exactly what you said. You looked at me and saw someone who made you feel small. So you made me smaller by sending me away. Jake falls silent, shame washing over his face. Nanton, your treatment of this woman shows your character, Morrison. She carries the blood of the Mescalero. She is one of us. And you cast her out. Jake quietly, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I've been alone a long time. Trying to prove something, I guess. That I could make it on my own. When she showed up, taller and more capable than me, I felt less. That's no excuse, but it's the truth. Sarah studies him, seeing genuine remorse. Sarah to Nantan, may I speak? Nantan nods. Sarah to Jake, I spent my whole life being told I was wrong. Too tall. Too Chinese. Too Apache. Too much of everything that made people uncomfortable. My father taught me to be strong because the world would never make room for me. I'd have to carve out my own space. Pause. But strength doesn't mean cruelty. It doesn't mean making others feel how I felt. Jake, what are you saying? Sarah, I'm saying there might be a solution here. One that doesn't end in blood. Nanton, interested, speak. Sarah, Morrison needs the water. Your people need cattle and supplies. What if there was a partnership? Morrison provides cattle twice a year. In return, he gets protection, peaceful passage, and guaranteed water rights. Tall woman, and what do you gain from this, granddaughter? Sarah, looking at Jake, a job. A fair wage. Respect. I work the ranch, manage the agreements, make sure both sides honor the deal. I speak both languages. I understand both worlds. Jake, slowly. You'd work for me after what I said. Sarah, not for you. With you. As a partner. You need someone who can bridge these two worlds, Morrison. Without that, you won't last another season. Jake looks around at the warriors, then back at Sarah. He realizes she's right. Jake, to Nantan, she makes a fair point. I can't do this alone. And I reckon I owe debts I didn't even know about. I'm willing to honor them, but I need help knowing how. Nanton, considering. You would trust this woman as your equal? Jake, meeting Sarah's eyes. I'd be a fool not to. She's already proven she's smarter than me. Nanton speaks quietly with tall woman and the other elders. Finally, he nods. Nanton, we accept. 6 cattle now. 6 more when the leaves change. Salt, flour, and blankets with each tribute. And she, gesturing to Sarah, will be our voice in your world. If you harm her or break your word, there will be no second chance. Jake, extending his hand. You have my word. Nantan dismounts and takes Jake's hand. The circle of warriors begins to disperse. Jake and Sarah stand by the corral as the Apache leave with 6 head of cattle. An uneasy peace settles over the ranch. Jake, awkwardly, I truly am sorry. About what I said. It was small of me. Sarah, yes, it was. Jake, slight smile. You're not going to make this easy, are you? Sarah, firmly no. You're going to have to earn back what you lost yesterday. Trust isn't free. Jake, fair enough. So, partner, where do we start? Sarah, first, you're going to teach me everything about running this ranch. Then I'm going to teach you about the people whose land you're living on. We're going to build something here that lasts. Jake, genuine, I'd like that. And Sarah, thank you for not letting them run me off. You could have. Sarah, looking at the land, this country's too hard for people to survive alone. We need each other, even when we don't want to admit it, even when we're too proud or too scared. Jake, that's wisdom right there. Sarah, with a slight smile, must be the Apache in me. Or maybe just common sense. Now come on. Those fences won't mend themselves, and you've got a new partner to train. They walk toward the corral together. Jake has to lengthen his stride to keep up with her. This time, he doesn't seem to mind. The camera pulls back to show the ranch at sunset. Smoke rises from the chimney. In the distance, Apache riders can be seen on the ridge, watching peacefully. A new agreement has been forged, born from conflict, misunderstanding, and unexpected connection. The land stretches vast and unforgiving, but perhaps, with bridges built between worlds, survival is possible.